Today we're going to make a video of the different types of coffee beans that have been roasted. I wanted to show you the difference between a light roast to a medium roast to also a dark roast, just to give you an idea of what you get when you go into a coffee shop or one of the drive-through places and ask for a cup of coffee. And hopefully at a coffee shop they usually will provide you with a choice of dark roast or light roast in addition to your cappuccino and latte. A lot of the places you drive through, you ask for a cup of coffee, you really don't get any choices, but just want to give you an idea of what the different roasts look like. The first one we're looking at is a coffee bean from Kenya, and this is a light roasted coffee bean, and it's lightly roasted because of the temperature it's been roasted at, as well as the length of time it has been in the roaster. And all the coffee beans I'm going to show you today, they're all blends from they're all from the same each batch here is from the same country, but different region, different coffee plantation. The growers, they're all they put their beans put together and then they make up a nice blend. So as I said, this is a light roast from Kenya. The next one here, I'm just going to move along, slide from one batch to another. This is another example of a light roast. This one, I'll try to stay in focus here for you. This one here is from Sumatra. Very similar roast to the Kenya bean. A little bit of different taste, but the taste we'll talk about in another video. This one here is just to show you the different results of the roasting process. The next one right here is these are coffee beans that are what's called a Northern Italian roast, and it's somewhat of a light to medium roast. And in northern Italy, it's interesting where you'll find mostly a lightly roasted coffee bean, whereas you go down to southern part of Italy, you'll find mostly dark roasted coffee. And the next one here, this is a medium roast. Let me get in focus, sorry about that. This is a medium roasted coffee bean, and you can see the darkness between the two beans here. And then the medium roast, you get a little bit more of a bolder flavor than you would with the lightly roasted coffee. Next we move to this is a Pacific Rim coffee bean from Indonesia, and it's a medium roast, and it's a little bit, as you see, on the dark side, but again you get that bold coffee flavor. And I'm going to move down here to a medium dark roasted coffee bean. These beans are from Ethiopia, and as you may or may not know, we do talk about it on the website Coffee Lovers United, that Ethiopia is where coffee beans were first discovered by a sheep herder by the name of Kaldi. And on Coffee Lovers United we do talk about the history. It's pretty interesting if you want to learn a little bit about that. But this again is a medium dark roast from Ethiopia. And the next one I wanted to show you here, this is a very dark roasted bean, and this is actually an organic decaf coffee bean. The color you see is just about black. And this one here has been decaffeinated with a water process versus a chemical process. And these days most people would prefer the water processing, the water decaffeination process instead of the chemical one. And the last batch I want to show you right here, this is an extra dark French roast coffee bean, and you can see the dark color to it, as well as the oils. As you can probably, I'm going to go back here to the very dark roasted, the organic decaf bean. And so with the oil, as you can see here, a lot of oil on that bean, and it's going to give it a real bold coffee flavor. And another thing you might want to be interested in is that the darker the roast of the coffee bean, the less caffeine you're going to get in that cup of coffee. So just be aware of that if you're looking for a bold flavor and less caffeine. You want to go with the dark roast coffee. And just on the opposite spectrum, the lightly roasted coffee will give you a little bit more caffeine. So those are some roasted coffee beans, just to show you an example. So enjoy your coffee and drink up. We'll talk to you again.